4 versus 5 in the West is also a very good one. It's Seattle versus Houston, one that we talked about a little bit in last episode when we were talking about decision day and teams that moved around. So be sure to go listen to that one. Seattle, once again, were quietly existing in the top 4 of the West. Houston are flying after a late game winner versus the Galaxy to get the fifth seed. Seattle, 57 points on 8 wins at home and 8 wins away. Houston are also very consistent with 7 wins at home and 8 wins away. It pretty much takes the home field advantage straight out of it, which means this is going to be a very, very good matchup. And there's so little that separates them. Seattle come into this in better form. They've got 6 wins and only 2 losses in their last 10. Houston have 5 wins and 3 losses in their last 10. These guys are neck and neck in every sense of the word. Seattle has scored more and conceded less, but it's not a ton different. They're both really solid defensively, under 40 goals conceded. They score at really good clips. The difference is that Houston are very widespread in their goal scoring. Seattle are centered around a couple of players, right? So you've got 2026 USMNT striker Jordan Morris, you've got Albert Rusnak, you've got Paul Rothrock, and if he's healthy, you've got Raul Ruidiaz. Those guys have upwards of like 8-ish goals, and then it kind of falls off after that. Houston has 6 different players with 5 or more goals, including newcomer Ezequiel Ponce, who has found his footing in Texas since joining at the midseason break. This is such a tough one to predict. I have no idea which way I want to leave because it's so tough to count Seattle out of any playoff tournament. You know, if they're in, that they're going to make a run. They're the best defensive team in the league this season. They're probably going to have the defensive player of the year if everything goes well. Benny ball is inevitable though, and they find ways to win and make deep runs in cups, deep runs in tournament. I mean, U.S. Open Cup in 2023, deep run in MLS Cup last year. And here's the thing. We talk about how Seattle's last chance to run it back is with this core group right this year, right? Fry's getting older. They've already moved Ladero on. Rui Diaz hurt all the time, may not be back next season. João Paulo has been banged up throughout the year. They're running out of time with this core group. And it almost feels like with so much success that they've had, kind of like Uruguay in the 2022 World Cup, where it was like, oh, Suarez and Cavani's last run, how are they going to end it? How far are they going to go? And then they didn't even get out of the group. This feels like Seattle might have a premature exit from this tournament. I'm taking Houston in 3, and it's going to be a great series. I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. The third game might go into penalties. I mean, it might be everything that we would hope for. And honestly, I hope it is because this is one of those games you want to go that deep. One of those series you want to go that deep.